Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Joy of Puzzles. Today I have for you the puzzle titled Pokemon. No other title beyond that. Pokemon was published in 2020 by Buffalo Games. Buffalo Games was established in 1986, and they were originally founded in Buffalo, New York. They now have an organization that spans the globe in 14 different countries. Their website doesn't give any information about the founders of the company or how it all started, but they do talk about how well known they are, and as far as branding goes, they are licensed to such mega giant corporations as Coca-Cola, Warner Brothers, Star Wars, and Nintendo. And which brings us to today's subject, Pokemon. Pokemon is owned by Nintendo. It was originally the Pokemon Company or something of that nature, and it started back in 1995. Now, this particular image, this collage of critters, doesn't give a specific artist, so the credit just goes to the team at Nintendo and their group of talented artists. Now, for those of you that don't know, Pokemon is one of the most recognized animated series of characters in the world. It's so big that the last World Cup, Pokemon was the mascot for the Japanese World Cup soccer team, and is the official mascot for the 2020 Olympics, had there been a 2020 Olympics. They did announce that the Olympics that were supposed to occur this year in Japan have been postponed to July of 2021 and will go COVID or no COVID. But Pokemon is that big that it is basically a national icon for an entire nation. It's pretty impressive what these folks did from a marketing perspective to achieve this magnitude of success. Let's talk about the puzzle. Well, strategically, like every other puzzle, well, not every, the vast majority, border first. This type of puzzle is pretty easy. This is actually arguably easier than the collage puzzles I've done before. So, the tactic was find a color, preferably, for me anyway, small ones that allowed you to build little sections of the puzzle. So in this case I went after the dark colors, the purples and the various shades of purple that were in the puzzle, and the dark pieces, and that builds these little animation cells within the overall scheme. And then after we've established enough little pieces, I go back and I hunt down all the little border pieces to each animated cell, that white trim that you see around every piece, and that allowed me to flush out the little cells and complete the boundaries of all the remaining pieces. We kind of held off with some of the big pieces. For some reason the blue, which was prevalent in multiple shades, kind of avoided it, stuck to the purple first, and in our heads said, well, we should probably do Pikachu. And for those that don't know, Pikachu is arguably the most famous of all the Pokemon. He is the little yellow electricity wielding mouse in the center of the puzzle with the red cheeks. We kind of wanted to hold off to do him last, as he is the hero of the story, or the main character in all of the Pokemon movies and adventures and games that have existed. I mean, again, it's a massive franchise. So that was our strategy. Let's talk about the review. This was a 1,000-piece puzzle, and for the majority of it, I had help. So 2 of us built this in 3 hours and 15 minutes, actually less. This puzzle was super easy. So let's review it though. So we have 4 categories on a scale of 1 to 5. And I'm almost sad to report it's going to get mostly a bad review. The puzzle material quality is a 2. It is 100% recycled material, and I've commented on this many times. Well, this is a case where you can tell. The material, the layers of the pieces themselves are not great. Lots of little tabs broke out. They were stuck together. So not a great quality puzzle as far as the actual base material. The next category is the puzzle cut quality. Well, it didn't get better. I'm actually going to give this a 1. This is one of the worst ones I've run into in a long time. We found that the little tabs on these pieces were incredibly flimsy. As we built the puzzle and tried to pull the pieces apart that were together in the box from the very beginning, we ended up tearing out little pieces. So constantly throughout the puzzle, I have to go back and, in order to get the piece fit correctly, rip out the little paper layer that is stuck in the slot of the piece. Not awesome. The quality for the cut quality didn't punch all the way through, so lots of damaged pieces. Frankly, you could probably only build this a couple times before enough pieces become deteriorated that you don't want to build it again. The next category is difficulty. Well, I know this was 2 people, but 3 hours for a 1,000-piece puzzle is incredibly simple. So I'm going to give this a 1 for difficulty. And just look at the image, right? It's clearly defined little boundaries, vibrant colors, so they're easy to sort. I mean, honestly, I don't know what it says on the box for age recommendation, but you could give this to a very young puzzle builder and they would have no problem putting this together. There are so many easy bits, the distinct colors and the small contained areas, the little rectangles, just make this super simple. So we blazed through this puzzle 3 hours and 15 minutes, and I did a big chunk of it in the middle by myself, and I was actually reluctant because I wanted to finish it with my son involved, so I kind of took my time. This was very, very easy. Frameability, on the other hand, is the one place where this will score well. It is a 3. I mean, this is one of the largest franchises in the world, so this would be very popular. I can't go so far as to call it art, so I can't give it a 4, but frameability, definitely a 3. There's that little poster that came with this thing. Heck, plenty of kids that would just hang that in their room, never mind the puzzle. So there's no denying the popularity, there's no denying that this is something sought after by kids and young adults around the planet, so I can't give it less than that. Overall, though, I just have to give it a 1. I mean, with the puzzle material being a 2, the cut being a 1, the difficulty being a 1, yeah, I mean, it's so simple. This is something that I would easily give to a kid under the age of 10. So as an adult, it's a 1. It was fun to build in the respect that, I got to misname every character you see here and amuse my son with my gross misinterpretations of what kind of creatures they were and what they're supposed to be named. So we certainly amused ourselves building this puzzle, but it's not great. So I'm sticking with my 1 for an overall. I might build it again, but I would probably build it again if my nieces and nephews were around, and if they had any interest in Pokemon, then this is something to build with them. But as an adult, no, not something I'll build again. Anyways, so all that is said, you'll see here at the end, after the puzzle is finished, I put all the pieces, the edge pieces, in a little plastic baggie. That's to save the next person 20 minutes of build time, or me build time, for sorting out the edges. It's not really a cheat, it's just a little bit of a time saver. That's it. If you like the puzzle, if you like the story, if you like the narration in the video, please go ahead and click the like button, or better yet, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone who takes 10 minutes out of their day to sit through these videos, and I look forward to making more puzzles and sharing my reviews with you. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed Joy of Puzzles.